On this episode of Carnage, we're doing some automotive archaeology and stripping this car down. So, back towards the start of the year, we bought this little Torana as a parts car for our little black beast that we're putting together. And, well, it's a rust bucket. This thing is very rusty, so none of the sheet metal is going to be any good to us at all. And hopefully we can recover some of this 50-year-old plastic stuff, and then whatever we can out of the interior. We need the windscreens. We need a whole bunch of stuff out of this car. So we need to get it out, sort of refurbish, recondition the stuff, and then get it into the little black car, which we'll be hooking into very shortly. So yeah, let's have a look first, because we've never had this thing up on the hoist. So let's have a look at it first, and then we'll start tearing stuff off it. So to start with, we're going to keep it rolling on the rubber that's on it. It's actually 4 different tyres on it. It's got a Pirelli, a Bridgestone, a Michelin, and a Bob Jane all-rounder. Classic Aussie tyre. But yeah, we'll keep it rolling just so we can move it around the shop. But we've never looked under this thing. Oh wow, look how tiny this exhaust is. What is that, 1.25 inches? It's not, I don't even think it's even 1.5 inches. Wow. Yeah, she's tiny. And then the diffs had some serious leaks. I mean, wow. A lot of oil under there. The floor pan is actually remarkably intact. Like, yeah, it's wild. A car has so much rust, like the sills are gone. And it's rusted all the way up into there. But the actual chassis, oh, it's a little bit rusty on there, but not too crazy. But yeah, sills are gone, but the chassis is mostly pretty good. And the floor pan is, other than, you know, there's like a bit there, but the rest of it, not too bad. Alrighty, well, let's get it down and start popping some stuff out. Bob Jane, T-Mart. Lucky I've had my tetanus shot. Now, front windscreens are still available for these. We've already had a quote for about $250 for a new screen, but we will try and get this one out intact if we can. Rear screen might be more problematic, so let's try and we'll do a test run on this one. If we can get it out okay, that's fine. But yeah, this is going to be fun. Yeah. Kind of need to get my feet up there, but I'm not as flexible as I used to be. Okay. Now, do these things recline? I don't think they do. No, she done. Okay, that did not work. Yeah, wow. Jesus, that one was a bit fragile. Back in the day, we used to, 2 feet on them, and but in fact, I went to a wrecking yard once when I had my first Valiant. I had a back window explode on it, and went to a Wreckers to find another back window, which are a fairly unique shape. And the dude gets in there and just 2 feet and kicks it, and the whole thing pops out and lands on the boot of the car. And I'm like, holy crap. But yeah, come out intact. This one, not so much. All right, well, I guess we're gonna just have to push it out. Wow, she's stuck in there pretty well.
As are you.
She's definitely done. Might need some gloves. It's got the old cork style sealant, not the new soft silicone style. Wow, there's a lot of glass splinters there. Yeah, I don't know if the windscreen rubber is any good to us, but I'm not about to give up on it. Good original windscreen rubbers would be hard to come by, I reckon. We can vacuum half the car away, I think. I found $1. What year is this? So when did dollar coins come into effect? Right. 1984. Very Orwellian.
I was 2 years old.
You were 2 years old, wow. Oh, man. I was a bright-eyed 14-year-old. Wobble bars and battery-operated power tools were definitely not a thing when this car was designed. All my ratchet spanners are at home, of course. All right. There's a seat, lovely chocolate brown. Money, money, money. Oh, there's a 2. There's another 2. Wow. What are we up to? 70, 82. Wow, I haven't seen a 2-cent coin in a while. I've got to say, there is a lot of bolts holding these seats in. I mean, it's 8 per seat. The car's got like an ANCAP rating of, what, -20? Having 8 bolts holding your seats in probably seems excessive. I gotta say, old rusty cars are no fun. Oh, give me a modern car any day to pull apart. How's this seat? Yeah, seat's not too bad. That's good. Big ass bobby pin. Cigarette lighter. Oh, another 5 cents. And go with our other 5 sensors. Interestingly, this one is not a jump in there and nudge it with your knees job. It's actually screwed in there. Alrighty. what mysteries are under here. No handguns or drugs under the seat. That's handy to know. Alright. A little bit rusty. Alright. What do we got here? Oh, money. More money. And Ugh, what is that? Soy sauce or barbecue sauce? I don't know. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot of coinage. Funny story, if you didn't watch any of the videos from my Scotty's Garage channel when I was in the States recently, we pulled the back seat out of that car in the States and it had actually notes. It had a wad of notes. It was only like, you know, this is the beauty of American money. You can have a wad this thick and it's like $11, but that's what it was. It was just $11 of 80s notes. But yeah, weird. It's weird that they survived that long and weird that there was actually cash notes in the back of the car under the seat. Anyway, right, let's pull this vertical part out, I guess. How do we get this out intact? So, the great debate. I've just gone and done some research, and the debate is, you know, do I sacrifice the rubber to make sure that we get the window out perfectly, or do we try and push the window out just so we can reuse the rubber, even though the rubber is covered in moss and lichen and stuff anyway, and it is looking a bit disformed in areas. So, you know what? The rubber is $130. The window is $500 to $700 if you can find one. So bye-bye rubber. We'll just buy a new rubber for it, I think. Because yeah, I'm not taking the risk. I mean, I don't know how this window stayed in anyway. There's not much metal there anymore. Still pretty tight. I think if we tried to push this one out, it would have definitely broke because this is stuck in pretty well. Okay, this side's loose. There we go. Whoa. All right, well that's not too bad. We've got that one out intact. Reminds me of another story time with Scotty. I was doing some unpacking or packing, doing a house move from a rental property way back in the day, and I'd had some windscreens, sort of Valiant windscreens on the ground, and my neighbour comes over to see what I'm up to, and he steps straight onto a windscreen that was laying on the ground. And I go, watch out! And he jumps from that windscreen straight onto another windscreen. Neither of them broke. Yeah, we got lucky, but it was hilarious at the time. Can't remember if we've been in the boot of this or not. I'm sure if there was any bodies we would have smelt it by now, but okay. We got some spares and stuff. Look at that, spare cylinder head. Wow, that thing looks high tech. Door trims. Oh, yeah. Rear door trims, they're looking a bit, good old 6x9s. Yep, the staple of the 70s and 80s. Well, 80s really. If you had 6x9s in the 80s, yep. And is that another Bob Jane all-rounder? It is too, look at that. Steering wheel's not too bad under this dodgy cover. All right, gonna have to climb in there, grab all the big chunks, chuck it in the bin, and then we can vacuum, and then I can climb in there and start looking at this dash. It's not gonna be fun.
You got me feeling like a firebolt, high in the sky, looking like a thunderstorm. Here we go, go. You're easy to remember, so hard to forget. Baby, it's a coward.
Check it out, I found a socket, and I could give you 10 guesses, and you would still not guess the size of this socket. 7.5 mil. What the hell uses a 7.5 mil socket? I knew I kept this piece of carpet left over from the ute build for something. Oh. Have we even looked in the glove box? Planned protection pays from GM. Owner's guide for a TA Torana. Wow. Pennant Hills in Sydney. First bought by Mr. W.G. Tyneham Perkins. Hyphenated. Hyphenated name in the early 70s. Wow, you know, they were posh. West Ryde, so yep, north of the river. Very well-to-do, upper middle class and all that. Why the fuck would you buy one of these then? Actually, I have a tool for this, haven't I? So my cordless screwdriver, as good as it is, doesn't fit in there. However, I came across this little doober one day and I thought, yep, that'll be handy for something. Now is its time to shine. Oh, look at that. That is amazing. All right, glove box lid. There we go. Alrighty. Well, oh yeah, I'll see what we're doing with. There we go. One steering wheel and column. Oh, we desperately needed that. Yep, now we can steer our black car. Oh wow, there's a lot of wiring there. It's good they give you all that length to play with. All right, let's take a photo. Oops. The back of the dash, so I know where it all goes. One cluster, such as it is. We could get you to print out a new one, Matty. Here we go, dash pad. Not too bad. We'll have to see if we can get that recovered. Got wood. What a mess. Right, so we're down to heater box, some wiper motor and a few wiring loom things, and that's most of what we need. Still deciding on whether I pull the motor or not, but that won't be happening today. Anyway, heater box. Let's see how much damage is under there. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not sure that fan is working really well anymore. It's more likely to start a bushfire. Oh, look at that. Wow. Ugh. Seems like a bit of a fire hazard, doesn't it? The heater coil. Okay. Wow. Wow. I think there's a screw hidden down in that rust somewhere. I think we're going to be looking for a new one, or a good second-hand one. All right, wiper motor. What little pygmy is going to get his hand in there and undo them? Okay, this is where we need a ratchet spanner.
A few moments later.
Okay, we're almost there. Right. Okay, we got that. Here we go. The wiper motor. Yay. Hopefully it's not seized or anything. But yeah, it's one of the many things we'll need for our other car. That heater box is a little bit of an issue, I think. If you've got a good heater box for a LJ Torana or LC LJ, I'm pretty sure they're all the same. If you got one, reach out to us. But yeah, we need to do something about that. We also need some parts under the dash and that, so I'll grab them in a sec, but you guys don't need to see all that. I think you've seen enough of this rusty car. So we'll continue pulling pieces off it. And some of this stuff might be good enough to use in our other car, and you'll see all that on a future episode of Carnage.